I just looked down, you guys. I just looked down at our bookshelf. Why do we have this book? Names to name your child. You can't even have. Hello. I look like bleh today. I haven't done any makeup, or I haven't even showered today, let's be honest. So I haven't made a video in a while about IVF update, so let's get into that now. Basically, I'm still waiting for my cycle to start. Usually a cycle, for all of you that don't know, I mean, most of your women, you know, it's about 28 days. I'm on day 35 of my cycle. So we're talking I'm a week late. Now, your first thought is gonna be where my initial thought would normally go, like, oh my God, maybe I'm pregnant. Unless it is the second coming of Christ, I'm not pregnant, and I'll let you draw your conclusions from there. Andy and I have intentionally not been trying the last month, like, at all, because we didn't want to get pregnant. We wanted to be able to start our transfer. So it's impossible that I'm pregnant. Although at this point I'm like, should I just go get a test? But no, it's impossible. I can't be pregnant. So it must be from the estrogen pills, because I was taking them at such a max dosage last month when I thought we were starting our transfer. If you don't know what happened last month, I will link a video below, or here around what happened last month with my transfer being postponed. I wonder if my body, when you come off the pill, sometimes it takes a while for your periods to regulate, and I'm wondering if maybe that's what it is, like I'm having this extra long cycle. The good news, to focus on the good, is that we are able to go on our holiday now. So we are leaving tomorrow to go to Allgäu in Germany for a Center Parks little retreat, and I'll try to make a video of that. And we are also going to Legoland for Patrick, which is really cool. Wow, the state. So we can go on holiday now, but it's just elongating it even more, and I'm having a bit of a rough morning. Just really in my head, I'm really upset, because I just feel like, I don't know, like people have real problems, and I know that this is a real problem, but I'm just like, I feel like I am being tortured with this IVF. For it to go on from mid-February to now, it's too long. I mean, this is like ridiculous. This is, I don't know. I just feel like we should know one way or another by now. And there is so much in my life, in our lives, that's on hold until we figure out what's going on with, if we're gonna be able to have a second child, and then like things stir up, like, well, if we just have one, the good side of that is we could start traveling and doing like crazy trips with Patrick, because, you know, financially we had planned to have two, everything we had planned to have two, and now we would have that surplus to take like these amazing, incredible trips with Patrick, which would be incredible. There's that side. And I have to be completely honest with you, I do have these moments where I'm like, that would actually be really good. We're past the diapers, nappies, we're past the sleepless nights and all of that. So there is that glass half full angle of that scenario. But even saying it makes me upset, because by having that, you give up the other, which is what we really want. And now that picture is just different, because with 2 kids now, you'll have, Patrick will be 5.5. So when a new child is Patrick's age now, Patrick would be 9.5, he'd be almost 10. Like, it's just, there's so many unknowns, but that's ultimately what we want. I don't know, I'm talking in circles, but I've just had a rough morning. I just want it to be done. I just want, when are we gonna do this transfer? When is this happening? When is this happening? And then I saw on Instagram, before it crashed yesterday, people saying that like they've lost embryos in the thaw, when the embryos thaw out. I mean, our embryo's frozen. Are we gonna go through all this and then the embryo, we're gonna lose it when it thaws to be transferred? I don't even know what my reaction will be if that happens. I'm just trying to keep it together. And Jon Snow died last night where we are in Game of Thrones. I'm just kidding, that doesn't really upset me that much. He died. Okay, he died. We'll see. For all of you who've seen Game of Thrones, you know how that ends. I don't. So I haven't come on to do an update because there is really no update. There's no update. Nothing's going on. I'm just waiting now for my cycle to start still. When is it gonna start? Why am I menopausal? Like, why hasn't it started? There's no way I'm pregnant. It's day 35. When? Oh, gosh. So then I go online just now also, and I see this story of this boy in the States who's like 17 and getting ready to age out of the foster system, and he's just begging people to adopt him. And I'm like, God, did we make the wrong decision not pursuing adoption? And we're in Switzerland, and adoption is so different here and so much more difficult and challenging, I know from friends going through it, than it is in the United States. Now, why aren't we in the United States? If we were in the United States, we could adopt. There's so many layers and elements to all of this that are so tricky and so tough. And this isn't a dress rehearsal. Like, this is our lives. This is the decisions that we've made in the last few years going through all this, and the decisions we make now and going forward. They have big consequences depending on which way you decide. I know what I'm trying to say, but I even have the best example I can give in the last 2 weeks, and I've had a few conversations with Andy about this, is I have moments where I'm really homesick lately for the United States, and I see like lots of friends who have been in the same community for years, and they've got these solid group of friends, and they're doing all the things with their kids growing up that I did growing up. Their kids are living my childhood experience, right? And it's different here. Like, Patrick's experience will be very different to what my experience was, and that's really good, really, really good in some ways. It's also a bit of a shame in other ways. It makes me kind of sad. And then I think like, well, you can't go back and do a redo. We can't move to the States in 10 years and go, oh, okay, now he can have this childhood. No, it doesn't work like that. So I've been really, really homesick. And I guess the reason I mention that is it kind of plays in the whole, what are we doing? Do we do another round of IVF? Did we miss the window to try to adopt? Why did we try to keep having a child for over 2 years when we knew I was just gonna miscarriage? Like, there's so much. It's constant. It's constant. The questions and my brain is always reeling from this. I'm just ready for it to be over. I'm ready for it to be over. Maybe my cycle will start today, hopefully. That's it. That's what's going on. I just looked down, you guys. I just looked down at our bookshelf. Why do we have this book? Names to name your child. You can't even have. Things will be better next week. Just a bad day. Bad day. Have them. Things will get better. All right. See you guys later. Bye.